There is only one way to unlock the Witch's Chapel inside a Hollow Knight Silksong. You have to go find a particular item inside of Bio Waters and then go through an entire different quest line to unlock a wish to start this chapel. Let's get into it. Now, to even think about beginning the process to unlock the Witch's Chapel, you need to go and find the Twisted Bud, which will be located inside of the Bile Waters. But not just any part of the Bile Waters, a very specific location inside the Bile Waters that you can only access by going into the Whispering Vault. And not just any part of the Whispering Vault, it's going to be on the far right side of the Whispering Vaults. That's going to give you an access directly into this secret section of the Bile Waters that, again, you can only access if you go through this part of the Whispering Vault. I won't spoil everything inside of this section for you, just to give you an idea of how you can start your process down into the Bile Waters and what it's going to look like when you're looking for this Twisted Bud. Now, when you do drop down into Bile Waters, you're going to be able to see on the map that I'm showing you that there is a small secret section that I'm going to show you how to go and jump through, but this is where you're going to find the Twisted Bud at the end of this run. Now, the Twisted Bud itself can be a little annoying. It will literally make a noise the entire time that you have it in your inventory until you go through this exact quest line to basically get rid of it. Once you have the Twisted Bud, you need to make your way back to Shellwood. In Shellwood, you need to make your way to the location I'm showing you on the map. This is going to have a small house that is going to have this NPC inside. Simply talk to the NPC, and during the conversation, they should give you the availability to start the Rite of Rebirth wish. Now, if you don't have the Rite of Rebirth wish that shows up, you may need to do a wish ahead of time, which is going to be finding a bunch of different polyps. I have a whole video on how you complete that side quest if you haven't done it already. But let's say for this video you have completed the prior wish and you automatically accept the Rite of Rebirth wish, you're going to be teleported into the Witch's Chapel as soon as you accept the wish. You'll get the notification after your screen goes black after a short cutscene that you have completed the wish, and this is when you're going to start to be revived inside of the Witch's Chapel in a very interesting position. You'll notice pretty quickly that your silk and health bars look very different. It looks like there's roots scattered all around them. This is actually because of that Twisted Bud, and now your goal is to go through the entire Chapel of the Witch. Explore here if you would like to, but we are looking for somewhere else entirely different to help heal us. This is because the Twisted Bud has now infected your body. Now, the location that we need to go to, if you haven't found it already, is going to be Yarnaby's Little Bell. It can be found inside of Greymoor on the top left side on the map where you see me placing one of the icons on the map. I'm going to show you the route that you can easily take to get to this location if you haven't unlocked it and found it already. When you arrive at this bell home, you'll see that you need to interact with the bell. Yarnaby's probably going to yell at you if you don't have this already occurring with the Twisted Bud and you've already gone to the Witch's Chapel, but since you have this inside of your shell, inside of your system, Yarnaby's going to let you inside of your home so you can continue the healing process. Now, you're going to have a long drawn-out conversation with Yarnaby that essentially brings you back down to another wish that you need to complete to help with this healing process to get rid of the Twisted Bud in your system. This new wish is going to be called the Infestation Operation. This is going to have you go into the Sinner's Road area into a very particular home. Of course, you want to promise this wish so you can actually interact with these characters correctly and get the items you need. Now, the exact location that you need to go to is going to be in the middle section on the right side to give you a better idea of how to actually get there and show you exactly where I'm meaning you to go. I'm going to start from the Sinner's Road bench after you have unlocked it, and I want you to follow the pathing as much as possible because Sinner's Road can be a difficult region if you're not prepared for it. Once you've found your way into this home, however you actually get into this home, you want to talk to these two guys, essentially talk to them about the wish that Yarnaby placed in front of you, and you're actually going to have to purchase some of the items that Yarnaby needs from these two. Now, it's not extremely expensive to buy the items from these two, but it is going to run you 260 rosaries, so just keep that in mind, have some strings ready, or just come in with enough of the rosaries to purchase these items outright. Once you have gotten those items from the guys in Cinder's Road, you want to make your way back to Yarnaby, simply interact with Yarnaby and give them the steel spikes to complete the infestation operation wish. You're going to be thrown into a cutscene that I won't spoil for you here, just know that it is coming. What you're going to see at the end of this cutscene is what your crest looked like when you got out of the witch's chapel, and is going to be transformed into a brand new crest, which is going to be the crest of the witch. The main reason that we've gone through this entire quest line is to unlock this brand new crest. It is a very unique one with some very interesting ways of fighting, and the way you heal is very different compared to some of the other crests in the game. You'll see that your attacks are pretty fast, they strike pretty quickly, and your down attack is very straight down. If you hit somebody with your down attack, sometimes you'll do one strong hit, or sometimes you'll do a double hit. It's very different every time that you use the downward attack, and the upward attack is very straightforward as well. It is directly up, not any of the angled attacks that you get sometimes. Now, the main difference that I always notice with this crest is how you need to heal yourself or use your bind attack. You'll see that as soon as I used my bind next to this flying enemy, a bunch of tentacles shot out from my body. You need to make sure that you're in close enough range to an enemy to use this bind attack and have the tentacles hit them, because when the tentacles hit the enemy, that is how you heal. You basically take the number of hits that the enemy has left and you put it back into your healing. Again, for me, the healing is the major difference compared to every other crest you can get inside of this game. It's very different, and you have to be pretty strategic about it. You can't just run to a corner and heal to make yourself available more inside of a fight. You need to be more aggressive. So it's very interesting in how you end up having to use this crest in the game. That is how you are able to unlock the crest of the witch, and at the same time be transported into the chapel of the witch, one of the hidden locations inside of this game. I hope you guys found this walkthrough guide helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the like, subscribe buttons for me down below so I know that you did find this walkthrough guide helpful, and I'll catch you in the next video.